What's up, guys? So the latest news is some actual real big news. Now, there's two different stories that we're going to talk about. In today's video, actually, we're only going to talk about Gina Carano suing the crap out of Disney and Lucasfilm with Elon Musk backing her. In the next video, we're going to talk about how Elon Musk is actually trying to buy Disney, or at least what I believe is what is going to happen, because he's made some interesting tweets and comments about it already. So let's go ahead, jump into Business Insider. I don't know if really that's the right article to read from, but we're just going to go right in, get into this live. This is a super controversial topic, and really it shouldn't be. But of course, the internet being the internet, it is. And why is that? Well, because Gina Carano, who is, I wouldn't even say arguably, I'd say definitively, the most interesting new female Star Wars character that we have in Star Wars since Disney has purchased Lucasfilm. I think she is so much better on screen than Rey, Reva, Fennec Shand, whoever else you want to bring in there. And no disrespect to any of the actors, we're talking about characters. These are all characters that are written, right? I think Jon Favreau did a really good job with hiring Gina, and he built Gina and wrote Cara Dune's character to fit Gina. Essentially, that is Gina, you know, in the Star Wars universe. And I truly think that her being fired was the most heinous, ridiculous, and bullshit thing I have ever seen, and the way they did it too. So let's get right into it here. Gina, who played Cara Dune in the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian before being fired in February of 2021, filed a lawsuit against the companies in California this week, alleging harassment and bullying as a result of sharing her conservative political beliefs on X and other social media platforms, which, again, this is not even true. You know what? I'm just going to go to the source. I am going to go to the source itself. I'm going to go to Gina herself. Look at her tweet. Why am I going to read these articles, which always twist the truth and the narrative and completely lie? Crazy traction. 21 million views from her tweet, which was 9 hours ago. And this has been something that's been a long time coming. So let's go ahead and read her tweet. She says, "Today is an important day for me. I'm filing a lawsuit against Lucasfilm and Disney. After my 20 years of building a career from scratch and during the regime of former Disney CEO Bob Chapek, Lucasfilm made this statement on Twitter, terminating me from The Mandalorian. Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, and there are no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable." Couldn't be further from the truth. Gina is one of the most accepting people on the face of the planet. It doesn't matter if you are transgender, doesn't matter if you are bisexual, doesn't matter if you are gay or lesbian or straight or whatever you are. Gina is literally one of the most inclusive people. She judges you based on you as a human being and not based on who you decide to sleep with or your identity or whatever you choose to be as your gender or whatever you want. She judges you on who you are as a person, and I think that is the most important thing that we need to do in today's world, because I think there's a lot of things that are focused too much on things that don't have to do with the actual person themselves, you know? Anyways, back to the story. "Nothing could be further from the truth. The truth is I was being hunted down from everything I posted to every post I liked because I was not in line with the acceptable narrative of the time. That's right. My words were consistently twisted to demonize and dehumanize me as an alt-right wing extremist. It was a bullying smear campaign aimed at silencing, destroying, and making an example out of me." Absolutely. The thing is, I never even used aggressive language. I shared thought-provoking quotes, pictures, memes, and occasionally I used my own words, not with aggression, but with respect and the occasional comedy to keep the mood light in dark times. Look with your own eyes at what I posted and ask yourself, for example, where did I compare Republicans to the Jewish people in the Holocaust? I didn't. Ask yourself why they were calling me a racist. Was there any merit behind that or history of it whatsoever? No. Look at why I was called a transphobe. For making droid noises from Star Wars? Beep, bop, boop, was obviously directed to the online bullies and did not in any way denigrate transgender people. And this was because they were hounding her to put pronouns in her bio, and she didn't understand what that was about. She didn't really get it. I mean, I read that she even talked to Pedro about it. She's like, "What does this mean?" And she was understanding what it meant from him. And then she was like, "Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to put, beep, bop, boop." And she full on did not mean anything to be denigrating in any sort of way. She literally was just like, "Okay, well, you want me to put pronouns? All right, well, here are the pronouns I'm going to put. R2D2. All right, here's a droid." Were my questions about masks, lockdowns, and forced vaccines okay to ask and push the subject into the light? Should we have been allowed to publicly discuss these topics at the time without being harassed or censored? Absolutely. And of course, today we can talk about those things much more openly than we could a few years ago. Hollywood says they support female representation and equal rights. Why then were my male co-stars permitted to speak without harassment and re-education courses or termination? But I was not afforded the same right to exercise my freedom of speech. Damn. Artists do not sign away our rights as American citizens when we enter into employment. I have spoken to all my co-stars since I was fired, and there is nothing but care and kind words between us. I respect their right to free speech and do not have to think the same on every issue to be their friends and work with them. And I know they feel the same towards me. And that's exactly how I feel about everything in the world today as well. Not just Star Wars, but it's like, because I don't like the sequel trilogy, then it's like all of a sudden I am this, that, and the other thing. It's like my interview that I had with Sadia Khan, where she said she never watched Star Wars in her life, and she said that she doesn't think women even like Star Wars. And then all of a sudden it turns into me being sexist and that I say that women shouldn't belong in Star Wars. Like, it's like these people like are so smart that they actually like play dumb, or they're actually just dumb and they're like putting words in people's mouth to just, oh, they said this. Oh my God, get them. But they never did, and it's the same thing with Gina as well. A couple months ago, Elon Musk tweeted that if you had been fired from using the platform for exercising your right to free speech, he would like to offer these people legal representation. Quite the noble offer, but never in my wildest dreams would I have thought anyone would take on my case against Lucasfilm Disney. Still, I did respond back, I think I qualify, and thousands of people agreed, but I did not expect anything. Of course, now that, Elon's having it in with, what's his face, Bob Iger, man, it's, he is now fueled and ready to kick some ass because he just wants a piece, dude. To my surprise, a few months ago, I received an email from a lawyer who had been hired by X to look into my story and many others. Turns out, after sending them as much information as I could gather these past few months, my now lawyers and X believe wholeheartedly in my case and are moving forwards. I would like to express my deepest gratitude and thank you to Elon Musk and X for giving me an opportunity to bring my case to light. As for me, I would love to pick up where I left off and continue my journey of creating and participating in storytelling, which is my utmost passion and everything I worked so hard for. It has been difficult to move forward with the lies and labels stuck on me, backed and encouraged by the most powerful entertainment company in the world. It's true, man. It's absolutely true. I'm grateful someone has come to my defense in such a powerful way to look forward to. If you're ever going to have someone to back you against Disney, which is literally one of the most powerful companies on the face of the planet, entertainment companies too at that, they control so much. It's going to be Elon Musk. That's someone who's not going to be bending his knee to the masses or to whoever or to whatever for whatever reason or to be accepted. That's someone who will do what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, and if you don't like it, tough. Thank you to all the people who have supported me and made your voices heard. I pray God blesses each and every one of you. With love, Gina Carano. You go, Gina. You're absolutely kill it. For inquiries, contact Carano Lawsuit at sharejafe.com. I was going to be like, at drunk3po.com. Oh, yeah. Jay's going to be like, yeah, hey guys, we're taking this. Anyways, yeah, look, I am in full agreement with Gina. I am in full agreement of her suing Lucasfilm and Disney for what they did of removing her just like that, with no real actual reason, no trial, nothing. And I really hope that she does win, because it would be a major win for not just her, but for many people who have been in her situation and for cancel culture in general, which is just such a abhorrent bullshit thing. That's, what cancel culture is? It's like this. It's literally the Truman Show. It's these people that live inside of this fake little city that they created for themselves. And it all looks real. It looks like it's absolutely happening. It's a freaking neighborhood. It's a store. It's a city, whatever it might be. But when you literally come off set and you go outside, you're like, well, this is reality. But inside the bubble, it's so loud. And the mob, they're all in unison because they all think the same. They're like clones. And they cancel you within their own little city. But you come outside of it and you see reality for what it is. And it's not that at all. And that's what this, I hope, will be able to prove, to the masses, that these people need to learn that, okay, if someone said something really unacceptable, you know what? Against anybody. I think there's such a focus on select groups and people. I really am of the belief that we all bleed red, and at the end of the day, we should all be judged on who we are as people, and that's it, and leave it at that. I was bullied to oblivion when I was a kid, and now it's cool that, that I like Star Wars. Star Wars is a cool thing. Dragon Ball is a cool thing to like. Back in the day, it wasn't. And let me tell you, in the 90s, people can't even stand being bullied online today in 2020s. In the 90s, I mean, forget Call of Duty lobbies, man. You know, in real life, it was real shit. I really hope that Gina wins. I'm happy that Elon is supporting her and going through with it. And as for Elon buying Disney, well, I'm going to talk about that in the next video. But you guys probably know my answer. But there's a lot of things and caveats that I hope he's aware of when he does purchase it or does try to purchase it. But I mean, imagine if he does. Holy crap. Going to be absolutely insane. So congratulations, Gina. Congratulations, Elon, for going forwards with this. I hope everyone receives a great victory. And, well, I hope Gina and Elon receive a great victory and that everyone's going to be happy and justice will be served. Because at the end of the day, that's what needs to happen. Thanks for watching this video. And remember, if you disagree with me, that is okay. Absolutely fine. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.